Across Nigeria, households are reeling from the sharp rise in the price of liquefied petroleum gas, popularly known as cooking gas, as the cost of refilling a 12.5 kg cylinder has climbed to 25,000 naira, up from 17,500 naira just a week ago. Check across major cities revealed that 1 kilogram of gas now sells for between 1,500 and 2,000 naira, depending on the location. The executive secretary of the Nigerian Association of Liquefied Petroleum Gas Marketers, Basi Esian, explained that the recent industrial action by the Petroleum and Natural Gas Senior Staff Association of Nigeria disrupted distribution nationwide. According to him, the Dangote Petroleum Refinery, currently the largest local supplier of cooking gas, was unable to meet demand as the crisis stalled logistics and supply chains. He attributed the soaring price to the imbalance between demand and supply, but assured that normal distribution would resume in the coming days following the resolution of the labor dispute. Meanwhile, several gas plants in Lagos and neighboring areas were forced to shut down after running out of stock, leaving many consumers stranded in their search for refills. Aliko Dangote, president of the Dangote Group, disclosed that the refinery presently produces about 2,000 tons of LPG daily, with plans to expand output to meet the nation's growing energy needs. Dangote also reiterated his commitment to bridging Nigerians' energy gap and enabling more households to transition from firewood and kerosene to cleaner energy. In the same vein, the Nigeria Liquefied Natural Gas Limited reaffirms its commitment to boosting domestic supply through its domestic LPG scheme, which has since 2022 dedicated 100% of its butane production to Nigerian homes. The company says it is expanding its network of coastal terminals beyond Lagos and Rivers states to other regions to making cooking gas more available, affordable and accessible to consumers nationwide. As Nigeria continues a drive towards clean and sustainable energy use, the current gas shortage underscores the urgent need for coordinated efforts to stabilize supply and protect households from further economic pressure. This is quite alarming, knowing that most houses right now depend on gas, liquefied gas, and if we are having problem with the demand and supply chain, then that's really a big one. But then we know that Dangote has come up to speak that he is still dedicated to ensuring that they would continue to supply more, those continue. But there's somewhere, I'm just asking myself, why just Dangote? Why can't we have other companies or industries into this production? Because shutting down a gas station because the gas station or gas stations are out of stock is really demeaning, if you ask me. Sure. When we know we are supplying, we have liquefied gas and all of that, shutting down, one, you're keeping consumers at a point where they are frustrated, they don't know what to do, and they are left between, okay, it's either I use gas or I go back to firewood, which is something we're trying to curb, knowing the effect of firewood, air pollution and all of those things, and even health effect of firewood. Now you're keeping consumers in this state. Also, you're taking people out of their job because as they continue to serve people, they are being paid for it. But now they are not being paid for it. So people are also going hungry. And it's also bringing a name to our country, like why all the time? Is either it's fuel or it's gas? Is either it's fuel or it's gas? Like something permanent should be done about this, to my personal opinion. I feel something permanent should just be done about this.
Very well said. This is more than, just like you stated, this is more than energy crisis. I think it's a national crisis at this point in time, and it's only right for LPG marketers to come out and say it's quite understandable for them to come out and say, they blame the rise in gas and the supply through the, Pengasan, strike. So I feel like it's understandable, but if we want to look at it deeply, the deeper issue here, to me, it is structural. It is not just about demand and, supply, if we want to look at it from the other aspect of things. Like you said, when people cannot afford gas, people go back to firewood.
Exactly.
They turn to firewood, and we know the issue with climate change now. We know what we are battling with, even if it seems like it's under or be in the corners, but we know what we are battling. We know what we are battling with indoor pollution and so many other health issues. I think in 2021 a gas initiative was launched. I think they called it the decade, was it the decade of gas, or the decade of whatever initiative, which promised to make gas, I think there was this promise to make gas transition, make the transition, a big gas transition to fuel, or transition from fuel for our, economy and economic growth as a whole. But yet, we are here again. Gas plants are shutting down, households are stranded, like you mentioned, businesses are stranded. And Nigeria still, I think we have, if I am not mistaken, Nigeria have the largest gas reserves in the world. I think we are producing over 200 trillion cubic feet of, gas. And it is very absurd that we are still struggling with domestic gas supply, just domestic gas supply. We are struggling with it. Come to talk of the, bigger level when industries and whatnot needs it. We have to look at this issue seriously. Depending on Dangote, like you mentioned, it's very good. Dangote is producing 2 tons, I think 2,000 tons daily. And that is commendable. But I think that's just a drop of, that's just a drop of an ocean compared to what the nation needs as a whole. So I just feel like what we lack here is management. What we lack here is logistics and proper, political will and that governance to make this thing. I would just say generally, or to cut the long story short, we need to subsidize infrastructure rather than consumption. Because what we are doing is to tackle the issue when it comes, how we are going to provide gas for people now, and then the next minute we are not looking at the deeper issue of this. I think the main problem here is how to restructure our infrastructural facilities, how we are going to revitalize our infrastructural facilities. Government should subsidize infrastructure. Don't stop subsidizing consumption. I think it's high time we looked into that and empower local producers, empower local bottlers, invest in logistics like I've mentioned before, and especially that policy, sets proper policies for distribution. I think that's another thing, because I was going to get gas yesterday, and then there's this gas station close to my house, and they don't miss, there's never a time that they don't have gas. So I was very surprised that for 2 days straight, they do not have, gas. And then the owner of the place we called, and he said they have problem with people supplying with them. They have not supplied for them and all of really those things. So I think distribution policies too needs to be put in place. They need to enforce that, ensure rather that there is fair distribution, policies. I think that's how we are going to stabilize the prices sustainably. Yeah.
Okay, so well said.